Crime, drugs, low ridership, these are just some of the issues plaguing RTD. And lawmakers are looking to hold the transit agency's leaders accountable.
While RTD reports a decrease in crime and drug activity in the last year, there's still a long way to go here.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live in studio tonight. Colette, that's a complex issue that lawmakers are trying to address.
That's right. Today, lawmakers in both the House and the Senate, they heard from a committee that's designed to hold RTD accountable and make recommendations on how to improve the agency. A state senator who listened to that presentation says this is one of the most important discussions they'll be having all year.
The members met for 43 hours.
It's a lot of work boiled down into one presentation.
What problem are we here to solve?
With no easy answer for the problems plaguing public transportation.
RTD has failed my community.
But this was not RTD's presentation. Instead, it's a group created to come up with ways to improve the agency.
We're doing our job. We're reporting to the legislature. It's now for them to take it from here.
Maria Garcia-Berry is the chair of the RTD Accountability Committee.
RTD has one of the lowest riderships of all its peers, and it's not recovered from the pandemic.
They came up with 31 recommendations, one of which is to reduce the number of members on RTD's board of directors from 15 to 9, saying its current size can be a challenge and there needs to be more expertise on the board. What do you think of the Accountability Committee's recommendations?
I don't agree with them.
Matt Larson, a member of RTD's board of directors, was also on the Accountability Committee.
We want good leadership, and I do think we have some good leadership on the board. You know, that doesn't mean there isn't going to be conflict.
Do you believe that that conflict has led to an inability to accomplish any real change?
No, I don't. I mean, I think that the board has sort of done the best it can, by and large, at least recently, with the hand that it's been given.
On the other hand, the chair of RTD's board of directors is open to the idea.
15-member board is pretty big. I'd like to note that the state Senate's only 35. However, our districts are already 240,000 people.
Now it's up to state lawmakers to draft a bill based on those recommendations. Will the board be shrunk this year?
I don't want to commit to what exactly the bill will entail.
But the size of the board is really only one piece of this puzzle.
The sales tax that funds our base system is not adequate to fund it in about 2030, 2032. That is a problem whether or not the board of directors is appointed, elected, bigger or smaller.
As the state scrambles to address questions with no easy answers.
That is what I fear the most, that the system will start caving in and that communities will say, I'm done, I'm out.
There were also recommendations made for paratransit, which include looking for opportunities to collaborate with local or regional partners to address gaps in those services. Now, I'm told this bill will start in the Senate, and I'll let you know what made the cut once it's introduced. Live in the studio, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
All right, Colette, thank you very much. Colette's committed to covering politics here in Colorado, and during this long legislative session, if there's any piece of legislation you want her to follow, scan the QR code. You can connect with her that way or email her, colette.bordelon@denver7.com.
RTD is making changes that aim to improve safety on their vehicles, and according to them, it's working. RTD Police Chief Stephen Martingano told us he put more officers onto buses and trains last summer to do fare checks. He says the increased presence has helped deter crime and improve responses.
Since this was so effective, why do you think this wasn't kind of done before?
Yeah, I can't explain why decisions were made before. I took over as acting police chief in July. That's when I made the immediate change, and you could kind of see the 13-month decline from really last July to this August. Every month we continue to decrease, and I think a lot of that's just a high visibility.